Hey everyone. So, different setting. We're in a hotel room. It's Playlist Live. This is Tim H.
Hello.
Cheers. We also have Dodie behind the camera.
Hello, it is me.
Dodie impersonator.
There
Hello,
she is.
it's Dodie.
So I saw these videos from this channel called Watch Cut Video where they got different people to like answer questions. And it's called Truth or Drink. And they either have to tell the truth to the question, or if they don't want to tell the truth, they take a drink. They do these little games with like different kinds of people. Sometimes they do it with exes. Shock horror. Tim and I used to go out.
Oh! Twist! Oh my god. 2 YouTubers have fucked? No.
That's literally the start of the drunk advice that we did. Anyways, so Dodie has come up with a bunch of questions that we don't know, and they're about our relationship then and our relationship now. And then we either have to honestly answer it, but if we don't want to honestly answer it, we don't have shots, but we're just going to, like, chug a lot of beer, I guess. So here's the thing. Tim and I are really good friends now and are very open with each other about the past and present. So I feel like we might not drink at all, so I'm just going to be sipping throughout.
Firstly, both of you, what were you?
What were we?
Dating.
Yeah. We weren't boyfriend or girlfriend.
Oh, it was in sync?
Like,
2-3 months?
Yeah, it wasn't long.
how did you guys hook up? Like, what led to it?
I needed a place to stay in London. I feel like...
We went to a movie.
We did! What did we go see? I have no
Uh,
memory of that.
Martha... That,
Martha,
like,
Marley, May, Marlene?
something. Martha, Marcy, May, whatever
Marlene.
that, like...
Yeah.
It was like that.
Ah.
Yeah. It was like...
Good film.
And then it was like... Oh, I also need a place to stay. And I was like, oh.
We met because I was hooking up with someone else. And then...
Okay.
Okay, yeah, good.
Okay.
Just remembered that.
Okay. Why did you guys break up?
Do you want to... I'm the one that comes off badly here, so
Okay,
do you
Tim,
want to
why
tell
didn't
it?
you explain?
I mean, we broke up because, I don't know, like one of us wasn't interested in a relationship at the time. Like, it
Me?
was... Yeah, exactly. Like, well,
Yeah.
it was weird because I, at the time, had only had one major relationship.
Yeah.
And I remember it being like... It was like... At first, I remember getting the vibe, at least off my memory, that, like, you were, like, pushing for a relationship. Because I remember
Yeah,
you, like,
I
being
do
like...
that.
Yeah, I remember you being, like, sort of like, oh, like, I don't usually feel this way, and blah, blah, blah. And then I remember, like, just... And
And then I switched. I switched, like, within a few hours, I actually changed my
You had a
mind.
180, yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, and that's how I remember it.
Sorry about that.
What did I do wrong?
Ugh.
In those 2 hours?
Tim, is there something you're angry about that you haven't talked about?
Oh.
No.
Really? Because we did talk about it all.
Yeah.
Though. We hashed it all
We
out.
had it, yeah.
Is there something you were angry about at the time that you haven't talked about?
No, because we basically, we had a conversation, I want to say...
About 6 months later.
Properly at VidCon or something.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, alright, these are the things that I thought weren't cool, and then once they were said out loud, they were genuinely, like, aside.
Because we weren't friends between breaking up and that conversation.
Yeah, we just had that,
weren't
we had that
friends.
little distance, we had that, like,
Yeah.
break. And then, for me, at least, it was, like, because we spoke about it, like, it didn't feel like there was, like, an unsaid issue or, like, something like that. And then after that, it was cool. And it only got better.
I think
Like,
so,
after
yeah.
that, it only improved.
Cheers! Aren't we great?
I'm about to rip that up.
Oh, Tony's gonna fuck
Okay,
some
well, Hannah, you seem surprised at that. Do you have anything you want to apologise for?
shit. For the 180, I guess. I don't know, what's this, how old were we? 19, 20? This was 3-4 years ago?
Yeah.
We dated 4 years ago, maybe even. Also, it was long distance.
Sure, yeah.
I already think I have apologised for that before, so...
Yeah, but do it again.
I'm really sorry, Tim. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings.
It's okay.
What happened? Like, what was your breakup?
I was staying at yours for the weekend, and you walked me to the station for me to, like, go home, and I just, like, broke up with you at the station. I was like, I can't remember
I
what
feel
I
like
said.
we broke up before then. I feel like we broke up in the room. Like
No, it was really awkward when we were still at yours.
Well, because that was the thing. Then we had to, like... Then we had the walk to the station, but we
Really?
kind of knew what was up.
No, I think we both knew it was up because it was awkward, and then I finally said it once we were, like, leaving. That's my memory of it, anyways.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you gotten jealous about the people I've been with after you?
No.
No.
You've had proper relationships since we've broken up, whereas I've been, like, single this whole time.
No, and it's weird, like, because I think for me, a lot of it is, like... There was enough time, and like, it had been aired. Like, at the time, I think the... and I don't know whether this was before or after VidCon.
I went back to the person. Yeah.
That hurt at the time.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was this?
So, you know how we said that
So that was...
me and Tim met when I was hooking up with someone else?
Right.
Yeah.
And then after we broke up, I went back to that person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which I think at the time hurt. Not to get, like, deep about it.
Let's totally get deep.
Let's
Let's
totally
get
get
deep.
No, but, like, I guess you have to keep in mind, like, you were my second person I was actually with.
You also lied to me about that.
Like, did I?
So, the way that you kind of said it to me was... you would talk about these girls that you used to, like, go out with or do things with. And in my head, I just assumed that meant you'd had sex with them.
Yeah.
So in my head, you'd slept with, like, a certain amount of people.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you eventually told me that I was the second person. And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what?
Because it took me a year after my first girlfriend to, like, feel comfortable
Okay.
to, like, actually do that with someone else. Like, I could go through the exact same experience we had now and it would be totally different.
Yeah.
But at the time, you were the second person and the first
That's
person
significant,
and the first
I
person
think.
since that person
That's
who I was
significant.
able to go all the way with. So like
Yeah.
that was like a thing for me where I was like, oh my god, this is like a big deal.
Are you still attracted to the other person?
Yeah, to an extent, I think.
I have moments.
Moments. I like that. Let's go with that. Moments.
New Year's.
Would you guys sleep together again?
Under the right circumstances.
I agree. It doesn't mean I would actively pursue it, I don't think.
Mhm.
But, like, if it happened...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wouldn't hate it. I remember, like, in fact, like we flip-flopped on certain things, which was, like,
What?
funny. Like, because I remember, like, I think it was, like... I think it might have been that weird time when we were all sleeping over at my place. And
With Jack?
Yeah, and there was a moment where you were just like, no, I'm just like, never, I haven't, like, thought of you in that way, like, at all.
Ooh.
And then it was really funny because then New Year's happened and I was like, and I remember, and like...
At that point, I don't think I had, though.
I remember the thing that, like, I remember the night with the bikes and that we, like, got home drunk together and then we spent the night together. Like, we slept in the same bed and we spooned. And
I remember the bike thing. But
yeah, and then we had a weird conversation following it being sort of like, it was like, oh, like, we're fine, right? And it was, and I remember saying, like, yeah, obviously. Like,
Yeah.
and then, but that was, like, a thing.
But I don't remember spooning that night. But
Yeah.
I remember the bike thing. I tell people about that all the time.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm at Canary Wharf, I'm like, me and Tim stole a Boris bike once. There was a
Yeah.
Boris bike that was unlocked.
Yeah,
and
we
we
got-
drunk and we just started riding
we got
it
drunk
everywhere.
and we
Yeah!
just had a, like, thing.
Make out for 3 seconds, or take... I put 3 shots, but you don't have
But
any
we've just been
drinks.
drinking constantly. Make out for 3 seconds.
Well, then make out for 3 or down the last of that wine.
But Dodie, you're watching. There's a
Oh,
camera.
look at where... I mean, it's going to be online.
No, you can get in on this dirty. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, come on, Dodie.
Let me join in.
Post New Year's.
Stop that!
Okay, sorry.
That was a very weird moment.
I'm sorry.
I was just like,
You should have been counting!
that was weird. Right.
Do you want another one?
Sure. We've not really been having a moment of like, I don't want to answer this.
Yeah,
like, it's
no.
exactly what you predicted would happen.
Do you have any funny, weird sex moments? Any
Wait,
memories?
about each other?
Oh, no, I think we had really boring sex. Whoa.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. I do remember, like, thinking, I don't know whether it was, like, after one of our, like, weird nights or like, somewhere before New Year's or whatever, but I remember having a moment of being like, I wish I could, like, show her that I'm better now. like, I'm so much better now.
I do that so much. I'm like,
Because I'm just like, oh, she got the shit me. She got the
Yeah.
version of me that didn't
I
know.
do feel that as well, because, like, we were really good friends when you and, like, some of your exes were going out, and you would tell me about your sex life with them, and I was like, damn, it sounds like he's, like, good in bed now, and I was like, damn
I
it!
feel like I can give myself a pass for the fact that, like, well, you know, second sexual partner ever. Like, you
Yeah.
were a big deal at the time because it was like, I wasn't used to, like, someone who, and, like, at the time, I'm sure by now this probably sounds funny for you, and it's like, you were communicative. Like, she,
Yeah.
like, I remember with my first girlfriend, it was just kind of like, we just kind of did it. Like, we didn't really do anything. Whereas, like, I specifically, like, alright, this can't go in.
Oh, also...
This is too
no-
specifically sexual, I can't put this in.
Oh, okay, but what?
Hey, moving on from that intimate conversation.
I'm
Are you
so-
paying attention to this?
Dodie, I'm so sorry
No,
you're
this
having
is
to listen
fun.
to this.
Oh, this is so much weirder than...
I don't think you realise how open me and Tim are with each other. Like, what...
It's like...
I would like to state that Dodie volunteered for this role.
Hey,
I
we're
didn't
the...
realise it would get so weird. Okay, here's a question.
Whatever.
Dare the other person to do something.
Dare?
Mhm.
Like one each?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. So Tim told us recently that he did a stereotypical trip to Vegas and got a lap dance. So I want him to imitate on me his lap dance. Give me what she did to you.
All right. So it's like.
Oh god! Oh god!
So it's like
Wow.
this, right?
Okay.
Is this weird? So like, I'm convincing you to like, you know, get the credit card and stuff. Like I'm talking to you, and I'm doing all this, feeling you down here because I want, because like I'm testing.
But he needs to dare me to do
Oh
something.
yes,
now.
you do.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't think of anything. Name all the YouTubers you slept with.
Okay, how about I say the number of YouTubers I've slept with?
Sure.
But I
Yeah.
don't name them.
All right.
Where's my phone? I
We'll
have a
compromise.
list.
I'm trying to think of how many of mine are YouTubers. Plus,
Do I ever pop into your head when you're masturbating?
No.
Oh.
Sorry.
maybe I probably once or twice since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once or twice in 4 years is not that much.
Yeah.
If you could do it again, what would you redo?
Like now, at the age of 24, or
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
go
sure.
back in time?
Mm,
We'd still be long distance. You live in LA. Like,
okay,
it
no,
wouldn't
no,
work.
Go back in time. But you
Oh,
can't
go back
do
in
it
time.
now.
But I didn't live in London then. I lived in Birmingham.
Oh, what would you do?
This is reminding me of a weird thing. 'Cause I remember I attended the Sexual Health Awards
Oh
with
my
you.
god, with my mum!
Yeah, and you said something really funny to me that evening when you said you became who I wanted to date at the time.
Oh, yeah, I was talking about that.
Which was like
Yeah.
which was like an interesting
So,
like
I've already told you this.
Mm.
But for Dodie's sake and your sake, yeah, when we were going out, you were a lot more introverted and quiet and shy and not that confident. But I was very much like attracted to those kind of people, like because of the mystery and blah blah blah. And I've since learned that I'm not suited to be with that kind of person. I'm very much like better at being with a person who is extroverted and really confident and outgoing and blah blah. And you basically became that person after we broke
sure.
up.
But here's the thing. This might be weird. Let me qualify this with saying it doesn't come with an ounce of like upset or unhappiness with where we are now. Like I'm totally.
Yeah.
I think there's a version of us in our lives where we work.
Do you think we end up together?
I don't know, but we last longer.
Okay.
Because I think we are both.
Yeah.
I think we're both driven people who
I
respect
think-
that the other person is driven, and
Yeah.
we could be like. I think we have the qualities of a power couple.
Oh my god. Fuck
Does that
yeah.
make sense?
But also, I think
But
we
I'm-
would
but I'm-
never date now if you're living in LA.
No, I
Like,
agree.
that fuck
No,
me.
no, I agree. Okay, so you say like, would you do anything differently? I'm like, not really, because I'm happy with where it is.
Yeah.
I'm cool with like. I'm cool with pals. Hot.
Who's better in bed?
Now I don't know,
don't
but
know.
at the time, me.
Yeah.
Why don't you find out? No.
Oh my god, Dodie, you're a enabler.
Well, you know.
Are you happy with where you are now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pals.
Done. Nailed it. Where's your drink? Fuck's sake. Killing it. Are we setting a good example for the children?
I like to think. I've said it before. Communication's at the heart of it. Also, I like to think we prove that sexual attraction doesn't eliminate that it can be a sincere friendship.
Yeah.
I would argue this applies to all friendships and relationships, and like, there's something to be said about like if you're able to just say it,
Yeah.
like say what's on your mind, and then figure it out. So I don't know.
Great. Thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thanks to Dodie for being our moderator.
I apologize she had to deal with this.
So sorry, Dodie. Thanks for Tim for being a good sport and a great friend. Please subscribe. Right, bye.
Bye.
This is good. We're gonna go party at playlist now.